Hey everyone, here is another story where you can truly see their agenda, where you can truly see what they want the most. They want you to make sure that you have the CV vax. Because now look, once again the government is paying people to do the things they want you to do. Right? We've already seen this with all the flu shots. You're seeing it with everything. When the government is trying to pay you to do something, the government doesn't care about you. So please don't think, oh, they're trying to, they're going to help us. They're doing this because they know that we need the money. No, they put you in those positions so that you needed the money, so that they could try to force your hand into taking money like this and then taking the evil that they're giving out in their backs. This says, Economist, pay Americans $1,000 each to take a CV vax. Says public health experts are increasingly concerned about the possibility that a CV vax will be successfully developed, but not enough Americans would be willing to receive it. Yeah, you're right. We won't. It says about 70% of a population being vaxxed represents the threshold needed for herd immunity, which dramatically slows the spread of viruses. It says, given the potential problem, an expert from the Brookings Institution suggests that the government pay Americans $1,000 each to take the vax. It says, if we don't get herd immunity, we're not getting our economy back, and we're not getting our society and our lives back. Can you believe? There it is, right? Here you go. If you don't take their vax, you're not getting your life back. They just told you flat out. And listen, this is a guy, Robert Litton, an economist who served in the Clinton administration, and the Brookings scholar who authored the report, told Yahoo Finance, if you paid $1,000 a person, so for a family of four, you're talking $4,000 in these hard times. That's a lot of money, and I think a lot of people would take the vax for $1,000. See how they break your legs and then offer you a crutch? That's exactly what they're doing here. Says, top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Right, they have to say that. They've been saying this since the beginning. You think it's funny that they just have to repeat that over and over again? That's just psychological. They're just doing that to try to shove that into your face. This is the guy to trust. Says, who said recently he would settle for a vax that is 70 to 75% effective, has stated that the U.S. would not reach herd immunity if as many as 25% of the population chose not to get vaxxed. That's one of the reasons why we have to make sure we engage the community as we're doing now, to get community people to help us, for people to understand that we are doing everything we can to show that it's safe and that it's effective and that it's for the good of them as individuals and in society to take the vax. Wow. Is that not everything we've been saying forever? We knew they were going to push this. We knew this was coming. Says, Americans who step forward to take the vax should receive $200 up front, according to Litton's proposal, with the remainder being paid once the country has reached herd immunity. Says, so now everyone that takes the vax has an initiative to go on social media, Litton said, talk with their friends, talk to their family, talk to their church colleagues, etc., work colleagues, and say, hey, take the vax, because you and I both will get that extra $800. Isn't that crazy? So you get $200 to start with, right? You get $200, and then you're not going to get your other $800 until they reach herd immunity. So that means not until they've given 2 vaxes, 3 vaxes, 4 vaxes. Who knows, right? It's just a setup, and it just shows their true colors. Their true agenda is to just get everybody vaxxed. It says, Litton added that trying to mandate a vax shot on the population could backfire. Oh, of course, right? So they're going to try to act like, oh, we don't want to make this mandatory. Says if the government tried to force people, you'd have a huge counter-reaction, he said. Much worse than the anti-masking kind of thing we see today. We have been talking about this. This article is just insane. It's everything we've said. How they were doing the mask, the same thing, if you wanted to wear it or not, how they were pinning everybody against each other, right? They have everybody hating us that don't want to wear the mask. What do you think they're going to do with the vax? It's going to be the same exact thing. says paying Americans $1,000 each to reach 80% herd immunity would cost the U.S. roughly $275 billion. The alternative is as long as people stay home and we have massive unemployment, Litton said. We're losing trillions of dollars annually in lost economic output because our economy is not full of employment. And so to get a shot for $275 billion to get our lives back and our economy back seems to me the best investment you can make, and it's cheap in comparison to the alternative. Over and over again, you're gonna have to take the vax to get your life back. That's what they're going to say. You're gonna have to do the vax. I mean, look at this. So, spending $275 billion to have them get a shot, so they can get their lives back. That's all. It's the vax. They're so obvious. They're saying, oh, the economy's gonna continue to crash. Nothing's ever gonna go back to normal. You're never getting your life back until you take this vax. Says that's a lot of money, Lee exclaimed. Just to get that number in perspective, that's half the cost of Medicaid spending, he said, which totaled $616 billion in 2019, right? So they are talking about spending this much money to get you to take the vax. So, you think they don't want this when they're willing to do that, willing to, spend that kind of money to get you to take it willingly? And then they'll just force it after that. This is all about a step-by-step process. This is how they work. They get the first, say half the people, 50% of the people that still believe this and trust in, they're trusting their word on CV. They get them right off the bat. Then they work on things like this, where they're trying to pay you or give you incentives, to get to that last 50%. So they get, say 25% more like this, okay, by talking you into it, and pushing it and giving you money, incentives, like I just said. That's how they get that next 25%. Then it comes to all of us, right? Then it becomes the mandatory, the forcing. That is why it's not just like they're going to wake up tomorrow and say, we're forcing these vaxes on everyone. No, that's not how they do it, because it wouldn't work. They do it step by step by step so that they can complete their goal and their agenda in such less time. Everybody share this, please. Share this video. Share this link. Go to this page, read it, talk to your family about it, because this article showed everything we've talked about. It literally laid out the groundwork of what we've been saying is happening and what we have been saying is going to happen. They always tell us ahead of time if you can just see it. So please, protect your family, make a plan today, and please, please pray. Continue to pray against this. This is truly showing how quick this is coming. 2021 is almost here, and they've been telling you over and over and over again that that's when this is coming. So, Agenda 21, here we come. Everybody stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.